Sup, homie? I want you to know something. You see, I was raised by parents that were hosts. And you might be asking yourself, why do I need a host? Why don't I just join my buddies? Here's the problem. Your buddies are tools. They don't know anything. They don't know any better. They don't know what's cool. You don't know what's cool. But your buddies probably are not going to invite you out all the time, which means you need to be inviting people out. And you need to be hosting a party. You need to be hosting these things. If you are trying to get a group of friends together, more friends in general, being more popular, getting in relationships with people, and potentially girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, special friends, friends with benefits, friends without benefits, friends with risk and reward system. Whatever kind of friend you have, I don't know what kind of special friend you've got, but the point is that you need to develop these relationships, and this takes work, this takes time, right? It's conflict resolution, but it's also time conflict resolution. It's not just having a good attitude and a good vibe with people. It's about pushing that relationship to keep continuing. You have to have effort on your end. And I promise you that if you don't push out more effort than you feel that you're giving, it never works out. It should be 51-51. Well, that adds up to 102. I'm 100% correct. I mean that. That should go for your relationship. If you're in a relationship with someone, you need to be putting 51% in. It should be 50-50, but you both should be putting in that extra 1%. Trying to outdo the other one just a little bit. Now, obviously, a majority over the other, 80% here, 30% carrying here, it doesn't match up right. That goes for friendships, relationships, all of it is the same inevitably, is that if you want to bond with someone, friend-wise, relationship-wise, you need to have a good, what's it called? A symbiotic relationship that works for the both of you, that you both are on the same page with in what you want to do. Do you want to go out once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week? Do you want to be hanging out to each other every day of the week except one or something? Every time you're not working, you want to be with this person. That is someone that you probably need to go home to and need to live with. But that's my point. Now, you have lots of means of accomplishing this. Addresses, well, that's how they did it in the old days. When we didn't have phones, you would call someone, or you would call their home phone number, or you would go to their house and knock on the door and ask if they were home. That was before phones. That's how we used to do this. Or at least that's how my parents used to do it, and that's how I used to do it before I was able to get a phone. I would ask my parents if I was able to go outside safely without getting shot, and they would understand that I was outside. And then we would proceed to go, okay, cool, now I can go knock on my friend's house door, and we'd go outside and hang out. And then, from there, I got a phone. I didn't actually utilize it for the longest time because I had no concept of it. But hypothetically, you start out with phone numbers before social media, just phone numbers, cell phone numbers of people. A cell phone number of someone is the most basic form of communication, but it is also the highest value, I believe. If you don't have someone's cell phone number, I don't believe that you two can be friends. And here's how I mean. You see, a cell phone number is a dedicated number in the phone that you actually have to physically block, and there's no such thing as unblocking and blocking. Once you have someone's number, they typically don't change it. Or if they do change it, well, they'll let you know first. Changing your number isn't so easy. Blocking someone on social media is a little bit easier. Actually, with technology now, you can change your phone number like that. You can unblock people like that. You can block people like that. Fair enough. You can probably find people's phone numbers a lot easier, and people's social medias if you wanted to stalk them or whatever, and somebody blocked you, and so maybe there's not as much safety nowadays as that and everything. But what I'm trying to say is that, that's the first line of defense. Not email, gross, disgusting. That's business transactions and other special stuff. No, what I'm talking about is a phone number. The classic form of communication with a phone that you text someone. You text family. You text friends. I text people that I care about. If you don't give me your number when I'm speaking to you as a friend or as a special whatever or a coworker, if you refuse to give me your phone number, there is no point in keeping contact with you, because it just shows that, well, you don't care about our conversation enough to obtain that phone number. If you don't have a phone number, I understand that. But for me, I don't want anyone in my life that doesn't deserve my phone number. I don't want acquaintanceship. I don't care. Now, if I have your phone number and I happen to find you on social media after, and maybe you give me your social media so we can keep on date with each other, that's great. But I think you should always have the phone number first and then get the social media. Now, there's many forms of social media, and that's why you should get the phone number first of someone. You have Snapchat, you have Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Zoom. I don't know why you would have someone Zoom, but hypothetically. The point is that there's many different forms of social media. Now, in our age range, if you're under the age of 40, I would say that you have Instagram. If you're over the age of 40, you probably have Facebook. Maybe you have both, I don't know. Snapchat is for minors and losers. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I don't like Snapchat. Why? Because what it does is basically say, whatever our conversation is right now, it's going to delete in 24 hours. Which means it's A, shady, 2, illegal, 3, unethical, 4, cheating on someone so you can try to do something sly, or 5, immature and pathetic, because if I'm not able to look back on our past conversation and remember something because I forgot, then that's just kind of thrown out the window. Don't get me wrong. Interacting with someone in person is vital to a relationship. You can't just Discord DM someone back and forth or whatever and expect to have a relationship, or Snapchat or Facebook or even text. You can't just call and text someone forever. You've got to meet them in person. You've got to interact with someone in person for a strong, good relationship to work. I truly believe that. Don't get me wrong, you can still extend out a relationship. You can still try to interact with someone, but ultimately it should be a hiatus of oh, I'm on vacation right now, I can't see you, but let me FaceTime you or whatever. Now, hang on. There we are. Now, what I'm trying to say with this is that a temporary conversation between someone on Snapchat or vanish mode on Instagram, first of all, it's never 100% deleted, by the way. If there's anything shady going on and the police need to get involved, I kind of know somebody who does that kind of stuff. And believe me when I tell you that when you get a warrant out for yourself, or something bad happened, or it's drug related or whatever, everyone's going to find out. You are not slick. People are going to know. Nothing is ever deleted. If you have someone on the other end that you cannot 100% trust, let's say you're exchanging nudes with somebody and they break up with you, guess who screenshotted that because they wanted to look at it 3 times over instead of twice? Yeah. And well, they should have sent a screenshot message. People always have their ways. Everyone has their own method of screenshotting on Snapchat, their own little trick to get that picture out. It's inevitable. Screen recorder, whatever. They gonna get that picture and they're gonna use it against you. They're gonna leak it to everybody because first of all, you're interacting with the type of people that are seeking out your nudes or whatever conversations. So understand that nothing is sacred, nothing is secure, and nothing is ever disappearing and anonymous. It's going to get out. So I would hope that you're choosing the people that you're around wisely and that you are choosing good activities to do and not illegal or illicit or just not smart activities. Let's be real. Now, what is the next step, the next idea behind that? I would say that Instagram is perfect because there's a lot of stuff on there right now. I really am starting to enjoy Instagram a lot more. I don't like TikTok because of the whole scam thing, Chinese thing behind it, but for a secondary reason. TikTok actually sucks up the data on your phone. I don't have the newest phone with a terabyte of storage in it, so I've got a little bit of 256 gigabytes to work with, which means that my phone does fill up and I have to manage my storage. And TikTok doesn't allow that right now. I've got a lot of pictures on my phone. I got a lot of videos. I delete them as soon as I'm done with them. But ultimately, I don't have storage on my phone for TikTok. It's way too unrealistic. Even the light version is basically a worse version of TikTok. So I just don't want to deal with it. Now, that being said, there are a couple good things about Instagram. They have templates, they have reels, they have posts for photography, which I enjoy. And, you know, there's a bunch of different things with that I really enjoy. Plus, a lot of the people I hang out with, they have Instagram. So don't get sucked into social media where it consumes you. But it is good to keep in track with people and keep up to date with your friends that you haven't seen in a while. And it's a great conversation restarter. You can also kind of see what they're interested in and see if that's something you would be interested in doing with them. It's also good at finding out whether or not someone's single, so you don't look like an idiot asking them out because 20 other people asked them out today. And also they may be your coworker and or friend and or friend of a friend, or maybe an ex of a friend of an ex. Don't do that. Not that I've been in that situation, but hypothetically speaking. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's it. I really think that is. Anyways, your boy's about to go shopping. Stay smart, stay safe. Use social media, host stuff, get things done. You've got to interact with these people because your people are not going to just invite you out all the time. You've got to make that stand. You've got to make yourself popular. Anyways, I'll catch you later. See ya.